Hey, I'm Becca with the Happy Ever Crafter, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how you can draw 3 super easy doodle banners that you can use with your lettering. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I've actually made you a free worksheet where you can do some tracing and get used to doing it yourself before you have to freehand it. I hope you like it. Let's jump right in. For materials in this video, I'm going to be using Rhodia paper, which is just a really nice smooth paper, and I'm actually using the dot pad version. So this one has little dots as a grid that can keep my lines a bit straighter. And I'll be using the Tombow dual tip twin tone markers. So these aren't brush pens, these are just normal felt tip markers, but they come in some really fun colors. I'll be using black because that's how I roll, but if you like bright colors, you can always go for a brighter one. So this first demo is just a simple rectangular banner like you see in the image here. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step and you can follow along. The first thing you want to do is draw 2 parallel lines. And you want them to be about the same length. Actually, you want them to be exactly the same length if you're being precise. In doodling, it's not a huge deal, but you want them to be ideally the same length. And that's why this dot pad helps, because it helps you track your lines and make them a bit straighter. So 2 parallel lines. Then the next step is going to be to connect them. So just forming a simple rectangle. And then you're going to draw a horizontal line coming out of either side. I'm actually going to lengthen that a little bit. And then all you're going to do is draw these banner shapes on either side. And then you're going to draw another horizontal line that overlaps that one on either end and connect them back. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is connect these 2 corners on either side. And there you have it, a simple banner. So some people will go in and shade back here, which I tend to like doing. You can fill it in totally, or you can just do some lines like I did here in pink. But that's how to form your simple rectangle banner. So with this one, you can do the exact same thing, but with your end pieces up on the top instead. So I'll show you what that would look like. So now, exact same process, but you're flipping so that that flag part is on the top. And it's the exact same thing, just flipped upside down. So if that works better with your layout, you can do that. And then another option is, of course, you can change how thick your main banner is. And then you can also change how long and how thick this part is. And sometimes I'll see people actually round in here, so showing that where it overlapped is actually rounded. And that's totally just a style preference. If you would prefer it to look that way, you can do that as well. My general rule of thumb is to not make these extended pieces any bigger than the middle part. I find it just starts to look a little bit awkward. Usually the extended pieces should be a little bit shorter than your rectangle. But other than that, that's your basic rectangular banner. Next up is the curved banner. So very, very similar to what we did with the rectangular banner, but just a little added difficulty on this one. So same thing again, what you're going to do is draw 2 parallel lines. And for me, generally, I find it a little bit easier to do 2 parallel lines if I draw the ends on first. So I'm going to draw my ends on and then mimic that top line, connect it to the bottom. So very similar to your rectangle, just a little bit of a curve to it. And then the exact same thing. So draw a line out parallel from either end and then add on the flag portion and connect the two ends. So I shade that in again. And so with your curved one, you wouldn't want to put these on the top because it just wouldn't look like it's curving the proper way. But what you can do is the exact same banner but upside down. So if you wanted to do your curve going this way, because that fits better with your layout, that's totally fine. And your flag would be up on the top this time. The other thing you can do with your curved banners is a little bit of an added swirly thing. So if I did that top banner again with my regular curve, and then I wanted this to look a little fancier, what you can do instead of just these straight flags is you can actually curve them out like that. Takes a little bit of practice to get that right, but then the exact same thing, just add your flag on here. And when you attach these, it just makes things look a little fancier. So there you have it, your curved banners. And then last but not least, the most difficult of the three, we have the wavy banner. So although I say this is the most difficult, it's still fairly easy compared to some of the more complicated banners you'll see. So with this one, again, you're going to draw two parallel lines. So the first one, you're going to wave it. And then you're going to draw your lines coming down. And you want them to be the same length on either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. And then connect them again and mimic that top line. And then you're going to do one flag on the bottom and one flag on the top. So same thing, extend that line straight out and then draw your flag and bring it back up. And here, draw the flag and bring it down and then connect them. And that's your wavy banner. Now, if you want to do a little bit more of a fancy one, same thing as we did with the curved, where okay, let's pretend this one didn't happen. My mind just stopped working there. So draw your curvy line and then mimic the exact same thing below. And then same thing as we did with the curved one, you're going to actually just curve these out. And that's where you'll add on your flag. And then you just connect this piece here, this piece, and shade it in. Forget how bad I am at coloring in the lines sometimes. Oh, you get the idea. And that's that. So the third one, your wavy banner, is complete. So now you should have all three, your wavy banner, your curved banner, and your simple banner in your arsenal, and you can add those to your work as you want. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time.